Wow. This is absolutely crazy. I'm literally processing this. This just happened, what, 10 minutes ago? And I haven't even had time to really think about this. Now, I've been on the record of saying, do the Dodgers go out there and add another pitcher? Do they spend more big money on a pitcher out there? Yes, they have the ability to do that. They're the Dodgers. They got the money. They got the goods. They can go put the pretty penny down. And I was just wondering if they were going to, because it's like, where do you stop? Where do you draw the line, right? You have Ohtani coming back to the rotation. You just signed Yamamoto last offseason. Tyler Glasnow you traded for and extended, right? You got some pitchers coming back, right? Like Tony Gonsolin, Emmett Sheehan. You still got Landon Knack, Dustin May coming back, of course, right? They got a lot of guys. The one thing, if you looked at the Dodgers rotation, the one thing you looked at it, you're like, okay, you got some guys, maybe there's some health concerns, but you looked at maybe, they could use a lefty in this rotation. And well, there you go. Blake Snell heading to the Dodgers. Again, getting back to my point, yes, I have said, I just wonder how far the Dodgers would go when it comes to adding someone. But you know what? They don't care what you think. They're going to keep going out there and spending the money. This is a great ad, right? I mean, goodness gracious, it's funny because they seem to bring in these guys that do have the injury concerns in the past, right? Bringing in Glass now, obviously, yes, Ohtani is amazing. This guy's just a freaking unicorn at the end of the day, but that is something you have to think about with Ohtani moving forward, looking at the arm, right? With Blake Snell, he's had his issues over the last couple of years, but when Blake Snell is at the top of his game, this guy's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Taking a look here at this past year, right? He got off to the terrible start in the first half, right? An absolutely abysmal first half for him. He signed late into spring training last offseason. I'll touch on that point in just a second, right? Signed with the Giants near the end of spring training, kind of ramped up pretty quick there. Came back. This guy was getting absolutely shelled. He was not ready to start that season last year. He's running into some injuries. I wonder if there was a bit of a phantom IL stint at one point with one of the groin injuries he had. But then he came back second half. This guy was absolutely phenomenal, off the charts, put up fantastic numbers in the second half. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous looking at the difference with the first half and the second half numbers. He had a 6.31 ERA in the first half. Second half, he had a 1.45 ERA. Absolutely disgusting. Now, and I'm not surprised, getting back to what we just talked about here, when it comes to signing at this point, right? He signed very late into spring training last offseason. I kind of expected this with Blake Snell, right? Because, listen, you, at this point, with what happened last offseason, getting dragged out that far, if they were me personally, I would have come into this offseason thinking, I want to sign, right? I want to get this out of the way. I actually want to enjoy my offseason. I want to get all my plans ready. I want to get out to wherever I'm going. I want to get settled. I want to get to spring training at a good time. Whatever team I end up with, I want to be ready to go. I want to have a good spring training. I want to get off on the right foot. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what I think he needed to do at the end of the day. Listen, Blake Snell, man, this really is I mean, like I said, the Dodgers, if they're willing to spend the money, then yes, they could have done anything they wanted, right? And I think this is a great move at the end of the day. It just gives them even more depth in this rotation. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at the rotation. Look at the rotation. Shohei Ohtani, I think, is going to be your opening day guy. I would imagine probably Yamamoto is going to be number 2. Snell, probably going to be your number 3. Tyler Glasnow is your number 4. I mean, what you got? Like probably 4 or 5 guys that could be the 5 in this rotation at this point. What, Gonsolin's going to be the 5? I mean, this gives the Dodgers so many options, right? With guys like Dustin May coming back, whenever he comes back, Emmett Sheehan, Landon Knack, right? Those guys, you could throw these guys in the bullpen if you need to, right? You have so much depth in this pitching staff now. Wow. I know it sounds like maybe I'm over exaggerating, but like I was literally just on my other channel, Fenway Faithful, talking Red Sox, and we literally said Blake Snell would be a perfect fit for the Red Sox, like because he checks off a lot of boxes. The Red Sox could have also used a lefty, but in the end, this literally not even 15 minutes ago, I was saying he would have been a great fit for the Red Sox, and here we go. Wow, and also I think it's funny, because, we're all paying attention to the main man on the market, Juan Soto. We thought he would be the first domino to fall, the first big domino. And I think you are going to have him come off the board for a lot of these other big contracts that are going to be end up getting signed. But Blake Snell, in a way, I'm not surprised because, like I said, he wanted to get started, in my opinion. And, we got 2 days until Thanksgiving. Blake Snell literally signed early enough to where he wanted to not just enjoy his offseason, he wanted to enjoy his Thanksgiving, for crying out loud. He said, I want a team by Thanksgiving, Scott. Give me a team so I can enjoy my turkey and my sides on Thursday. Blake Snell, what a great offseason for him that he's going to have now. He's going to be fully prepared going into the spring. This is a ridiculous move. Wow. I'm blown away. What else is there to say? It's a fantastic move. I'm seeing a lot of people here in the chat. We got almost 800 people in this chat. But for the Dodgers, man, winning a World Series and then you make a move like this. I mean, this is absolutely incredible, right? Looking at the contract here, I mean, they gave him a beefy contract too. Oh, let's dive into that a little bit here real quick. They were projecting Blake Snell for, I think, a 5-year, 4-year 120. They were projecting $30 million per year. They gave this guy $36.4 million per year for 5, right? I was wondering, is Blake Snell going to get 4? I thought 5 would be the top, so I was right on that 5-year. But wow, 182, that's a pretty petty for Blake Snell there. Could you call that an overpay? I think there's an argument there. I definitely think you can make that argument. But listen, when you're getting one of the top guys in the game, and the Dodgers, they have the financial might to be able to go pull off a move like this. This is what they can do. This is what the Dodgers can do. Literally, I'm going to say this in a way where I don't want Dodgers fans out there to take this offensively, but they are turning into the modern day evil empire like the Yankees were back, late 90s, early 2000s, when they were going out there. George Steinbrenner snapped his fingers and said, I want that guy. Go get that guy signed, right? I want him on my team. The Dodgers are doing that. They can do that. The Dodgers are just such a well-run organization at this point. They can go out there and spend the money. They can they can do the player development. They can do anything they want at this point. And I'm going to throw this in there too. What is going on? Heyman tweet. What everyone's talking about Heyman. What is John? Don't tell me the Dodgers just signed someone else. Who else did the Dodgers? Did they just sign Juan Soto too? What is John Heyman saying? Heyman, what do you got for me? Did the Red Sox were in on both Snell and Kikuchi before losing out? Great, my Red Sox lost out on Snell. I hate everything. Well, obviously they lost out on Snell, but I thought he would have been a great fit for the Red Sox. I mean, he checked off a lot of boxes. Good for the Dodgers to go out there and get this done, man. Good for them. They said, hey, Red Sox, they're offering you what, 29, 30 million? Okay. We'll give you 36.4. I wonder what the runner-up offer was. I'm intrigued to see that. I'm sure we'll see that at some point. Great. My Red Sox already losing this offseason. But you can make up for it for Juan freaking Soto. But I don't know. Is this a bad sign for the Red Sox? They've been getting all the news, all the headlines for this offseason. They just lost out. I don't know. But my goodness, man, where are the Dodgers going to stop? Where is it going to stop, ladies and gentlemen? They got a payroll, luxury tax payroll above $300 million. The Dodgers don't care what you think. They're going to go out there and get all the players. My goodness, this is pretty ridiculous. Mitchell Hopkins in the chat. Snell loves the West Coast too. I mean, I'm not surprised in the end, right? If the Dodgers obviously they signed him, so they wanted the guy. But my thinking going into the offseason was Blake Snell, he could definitely go out there, and if there's a team out in the West Coast that wanted to get him, then yeah, I could see him going out there because he is a West Coast guy at heart, right? That's why the Mariners were so connected with him right last offseason. The Giants ended up getting him. The Angels were connected with him. The Dodgers were connected with him. So that's another thing I bring up too. I know I'm kind of all over the place. My brain is scrambled right now. But remember, the Dodgers, they've shown interest in Blake Snell. This is not the first time, right? Now, what could this mean for someone like Max Fried? Now, I think Max Fried is the next domino. Do the Red Sox pivot here to Max Fried? This is going to be an interesting one, right? You got a few teams out there that could definitely use that guy's services. Baltimore, Toronto, all the teams in the East, really, minus the Yankees. Now I actually wonder, because you've been hearing rumblings that Max Fried, he wants to go back out to the West Coast. He's got family out there, right? Is he out of options now to go back to the West Coast? I don't know. Oh, there's deferred money? Oh, what do you know? The Dodgers up to their old tricks, deferring the money. What do you know? Oh, man. The deferral Dodgers. I'm setting the new nickname, ladies and gentlemen. The deferral Dodgers. That Dodgers deferral land. Man, how are they doing this? Just like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. What was the quote again? I forget the quote. They can't keep getting away with this. They're doing the deferrals. Anyway, but no, good for the Dodgers. Listen, give them all the credit here. They have built this whole thing. They have built this organization to be able to do stuff like this. They have the revenue where they can go out there and spend the big bucks. They got the player development. The Dodgers are exactly the organization that every single team wants to be. They are the blueprint. The Dodgers are the blueprint, right? I'm just saying, man. I see you in the chat. Sasaki next for the Dodgers. Could Sasaki be next? I don't know. I mean, they're getting everyone. Why not? Why not throw Sasaki in there too? Let's just have a big old party. Roki Sasaki, could he be a Dodger next? I don't know. I wonder if this, I don't think it takes the Dodgers at all out of the Roki Sasaki sweepstakes. I think if anything, it could increase their chances at the end of the day. We'll see. No, Victor, I'm not hating on the Dodgers, my friend. I am far from hating on the Dodgers. I promise you. I respect what the Dodgers are doing. They are exactly what an organization I think needs to be. Player development. You spend the money. Good on the Dodgers here, man. Good on the Dodgers. But everyone, I'm going to wrap it up there, man. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I could sit here and ramble, but I've pretty much gotten everything I've had to get off my chest. What a blockbuster move. I feel like I can't breathe. I don't know what's going on. The Dodgers are once again breaking hearts all across the land. Laser Show, put a salary cap. I mean, I don't know, man. Are we CBT coming up? Could you see? Probably not, honestly. There have been talks about a salary cap in the past. I don't know. Probably not going to happen, my friend. I'm just saying. Listen, you can hate the Dodgers all you want for going out there and landing all these guys, but they've built this up, everyone. They've built this up over the years, and to be able to pull this off, they're in a window right now. The Dodgers are in a window. And when you have the financial might that they do, that's a scary thing. That's scary because they're in a window right now where they got all the talent. I mean, at this point, how could they not be the favorites for the National League yet again and for the World Series yet again? I don't see how they can't be the favorites moving forward. I mean, this rotation is disgusting, especially if Ohtani comes back healthy and he's completely fine with the arm, and even Glasnow keeps himself right. I also think this is just good for. I don't want to say, just the depth, but I think it just gives them another good option in case someone like Tyler Glasnow goes down yet again, because he has had issues, right? Shohei Ohtani, who knows what he looks like moving forward. Yamamoto, I think he's going to be pretty solid moving forward here, obviously. The Dodgers, man, they got so many options at this point. They just don't care what you think, ladies and gentlemen. But everyone, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to keep this short and sweet for the replay viewers if they care what my potato face has to say. If any of you are new, subscribe. We are building a wonderful community here. If you would like to hear about baseball on the daily, especially this offseason, definitely subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking baseball here as much as possible. Hey, we got our first breaking story of the offseason. I'm ready for more of them. I'll be ready whenever something happens. But everyone, I'm going to wrap it up there. Blake Snell heading to the Dodgers. My goodness, everyone. Be scared of the Dodgers. Have yourself a great night. I'll talk to you next time.